Hello dear students, I am Dr. Jamal Abidi, ex-University Librarian of Jamia Millia Islamia. Today we are going to discuss about the use of Table 7 of Dewey Decimal Scheme of Classification in classifying the documents. We are going to first introduce about the tables, what are the different 7 tables which we call auxiliary tables of DDC. So, 7 auxiliary tables of DDC have been given in its first volume, and these the class numbers given in the tables are used to supplement the basic subject numbers, means they are attached or added to the class numbers given in the schedules. The list of various concepts or ideas which are repeatedly used with various subjects. So, they are common to so many subjects. The numbers given in the tables can not be used alone. They cannot be treated as a class number, but they are only to be attached to the numbers given in the schedules. So, basic subjects numbers are given in the schedules only, and the numbers of these 7 auxiliary tables are added or attached to those numbers as per our need or requirement. The tables are called auxiliary tables because they are non-essential. In case of broad classification, for example, in small libraries, we just need broad classification of documents, then these tables may not be used. We just need, if we need to classify the documents in a small library. So, these tables are called auxiliary tables. The 7 auxiliary tables are as follows. The table 1 is standard subdivisions. These are the concepts which are often found in most of the many subjects of, it can appear in any subject rather, or of the any subject or any discipline. So, these concepts are actually these are the for example, form of document, form of presentation. For example, a form of is it a journal of a subject. So, it is in the form of a journal, the subject is presented in the form of a journal or in the form of an encyclopedia and so on. So, or it may be the these are standard subdivisions. So, table 1 includes such concepts which are common to almost all the subjects, and these are used with any subjects standard subdivision. That is why they are called standard subdivisions. They can be used attached to any class number of the schedules. Then second table is for areas. So, many subjects have the component of area in them. So, we use the numbers given in the table 2 for different areas of the word, and we take this number from table 2 and attach to the subject number. For example, economic condition or situation of any country. So, we take the number basic subject number from for economic condition or situation from the schedules. Then we attach the number of that particular area. It becomes economic situation in that particular area. So, area numbers are given in the table 2, and they can be taken from there to and attached to the numbers in the schedules. Similarly, table 3 is specifically for subdivision of the literature numbers given in the schedules. So, for example, 1 is for poetry in table 3, So, if we attach 1 to any literature number, it becomes poetry of that particular literature, Urdu poetry, Hindi poetry, or English poetry, or with poetry of any language. We can add just 1 to the literature number found in the schedules, and then it becomes. So, similarly 2 is for drama, 3 is for fiction, and so on. So, table 3 is used for particularly subdivision of the literature numbers in the schedules. Table 4 is for subdivision of language numbers given in the schedules. So, table 4 is for particularly for the subject languages, study of languages, or linguistics, you can say. Table 5 is racial, ethnic, and national groups. So, it gives the whenever we have a concept of a race or ethnic group or a national group in our subject. So, we are guided or instructed to use the number of race or ethnic group or national group from table 5. So, these numbers can be attached to the main subject number. Table 6 includes it is a list of various languages of the world, and table 6 is also used whenever required for a particular language. So, for example, we have a title Bible in Hindi. So, here the main subject is Bible. So, we take the number of this subject from the schedule, and then translation of Bible into Hindi, we are advised instructed to go to the table 6 and take the number of that particular language Hindi from there, and attach it to the number of Bible. The base number is Bible, then the number of language Hindi language can be attached to it from table 6. Now, we have already discussed about these tables earlier. So, now table 7 is the list of various groups of persons. Table 7 we will be discussing in a bit detail today, and how do we use this table in classifying the documents. 7 auxiliary tables we use after identifying the basic subject of the document. First step in classification of a document is to analyze its subject, and the main theme or basic subject of the document is identified first. So, we assign the class number of that basic subject of the document with the help of schedules. Then we find out if there is some additional component in the subject which is commonly used with various subjects. So, such components are given in the auxiliary tables. So, for example, standard subdivision, table 1, table 2, area. So, we go into the auxiliary tables to find out such concepts or components of the subject, our document subject of our document, which are repeatedly used with subjects. And then we go to the take the relevant number from the appropriate auxiliary table and attach it to the class number we have got for the basic subject number from the schedule. So, these tables are actually they supplement the schedule numbers. They are supplementary to the schedules. The table numbers are actually attached or added. They are supplementary to the main subject numbers. Now, we come to the particularly table 7. Table 7, as I said, just now that uh, it includes the numbers for various groups of persons. These numbers can be attached if an instruction is given in the schedules. With the main subject, we find an instruction to add or attach a number from table 7. So, we attach the number directly to the basic subject number. So, one method of attaching that number from table 7 to the main subject number is on instruction we attach number of the table 7. In case there is no instruction, but the component of table 7 is to be added with the main subject number and no instruction is available, then there is another alternative. We have standard subdivision notation 088. We can attach the number from table 7 if no instruction is available. Then we can attach the number of table 7 after adding the standard subdivision 088. 088 is the notation or number given in the table 1 for treatment among group of specific kind of persons. Treatment of a subject among specific kind of persons. So, 088 under 088 we get an instruction that says that add persons notation from table 7 to the base number 088. Point is that we can add or attach table 7 numbers which are various groups of persons with the main subject number. Number 1 primarily on instructions. When we get an instruction to add attach table 7 number, we attach it directly, but in case there is no such instruction, then we can also we can attach table 7 number, but after first we add the number 088 from standard subdivision table 1 and after to 088 we can attach the number of table 7. So, this is the process when we can attach the number for. We have given an for example, we have got ceramic art. A title is book title of a document is ceramic arts by the blind persons. So, ceramic arts is a basic subject, number for which in the schedule is 738, and blind persons, then this is a group of persons. We get from table 7 a number 08161 for the blinds or blind persons, but we do not have any instruction to attach table 7 numbers under 738 ceramic arts. So, what do? We first add 088 from table 1. So, 738 plus 088 plus 08161. So, like that our complete class number will be 738.088 08161, ceramic arts by the blind persons. So, we can use 088 if no instruction is given to attach table 7 number. This is an example of that. The notation from this table can also be used through the standard subdivision 024. This is works for a specific class of persons. 024 is works for a specific class person. For example, we take an example. Here also we find instruction under 024 also we find instruction to add table 7 numbers to the 0 to 4. So, we can add first we can add 0 to 4, then we can add the table 7 number. For example, economics for children, subject economics for a particular class of persons, that is children. So, we find the number of children, that is 054 from table 7, and economics is 330, basic subject economics. Here the basic subject economics is 330, and we attach first 0 to 4 because it is then we can add the table 7 number. So, the complete number will be 330.024 and 054 for children. So, this is how we can add or attach table 7 number through 0 to 4 also, and 0 to 4 is when subject is particularly for a specific class of persons. Now, there are two types of groups of persons. One is non-occupational groups. Groups formed on the basis of some characteristics such as persons by race, ethnic group and national group background, persons by sex or kinship characteristic, or persons by age, the persons by social and economic characteristics, persons by physical and mental characteristics. These are some characteristics on the basis of which groups are formed. For example, children, old age people, these are on the basis of age. Male, female, girls, boys, etc., these are on the basis of their sex, and kinship, father, grandfather, etc. These are groups of persons formed on the basis of some characteristics which are non-occupational characteristics. So, first group of persons have been given under from this is a summary of that 01 to 09. So, it includes persons on the basis of non-occupational characteristics. These are groups of persons formed on the basis of non-occupational characteristics. Another group of persons are those who are occupied with specific disciplines, subjects or professions, etc. Such as this is 1 to 9. This is a summary of the persons who are occupied with some profession, some occupation, some subject, some activity. Such as 1 is for group persons with philosophy, occupied with philosophy, which are occupied with religion is 2, persons occupied with religion. So, for example, Muslims, Hindus, etc., these are groups of persons on the basis of religion. And 3 is persons occupied with social sciences, social scientists, etc., political science, economists, etc. These are some groups of persons on the basis of social sciences. Groups of persons occupied with linguistics is 4. 5 is for persons occupied with pure sciences like physics, chemistry, etc. So, these are different groups of persons who are engaged with some activity, with some profession, with some discipline or subject. So, this is the summary of second group of the groups of persons. So, maybe doctors, engineers, etc., all the vocational vocations, occupations. Now, we take some examples of tables, how we use apply the table 7 on instruction, how the instruction is given in the schedule, and we attach the numbers of table 7 on instruction. This is a title, Customs of Doctors. The customs of doctors. Now, basic subject is customs. 390.4 is the class number in the schedules for customs of people of various specific occupations. And there we find an instruction, add persons notation 09299 from table 7 to the base number 390.4. And for the person occupied with medical sciences, that is doctors, we find 61 number 61 in the table 7. So, just we attach or this number 61 to the basic number subject number, or that is 390.4. The complete class number becomes 390.461. So, simply instruction is available to attach table 7 number. From table 7 we get the number of doctors, that is 61, and we attach it to the basic subject number 390.4. So, the complete number is 390.461. So, this is an example of use of table 7 on instruction. Another example, fine arts by Hindus. Fine art. We analyze this title. So, we find the basic subject is fine art. We take the number of fine art from the schedule, that is 704. 704 is the class number for fine arts. Then we find a instruction, add persons notation 04287 from table 7 to the base number 704. So, we simply add the number of Hindus taken from table 7, that is 294.5 to the base number 704. So, 704 plus 294.5, it becomes complete number of this title fine arts by Hindus will be 704.2945. Simple, we add the number from table 7 and instruction, we find an instruction under the main basic subject number 704. In the schedules we find an instruction, we attach the number of Hindus from, we take it from table 7, that is a group of persons on the basis of religion. Another example, ethics of police personnel. Same here, we analyze the title first and we find the basic subject is the ethics. Ethics is the basic subject. We find the number for ethics 174.9, ethics of professions and occupations. Here we find instruction, add persons notation from table 7 to this base number 174.9. So, if we attach number of police personnel, that is from table 7, that we find 3632 and we attach this number to the base number 174.9. So, complete class number becomes 174.9 3632, ethics of police personnel. So, these were the examples where we found instructions in the schedules to add or attach the number of table 7 to the basic subject number of the schedule. Now, we take an example where we do not find an instruction to add table 7 number. For example, cartoons by children. The number basic subject is cartoons by a specific class of persons, that is children. When we analyze it, so we find the number of cartoons 741.5, but no instruction to attach the table 7 number. That is, we find it number of children in the table 7, but no instruction here under the schedule. In such cases, as just we discussed a little while ago, we first attach the standard subdivision from table 1, that is 088, then we can add or attach the table 7 number. So, we add 088 first. 088 is treatment among the group of specific kind of persons is 088. Here we find the instruction to add persons notation from table 7 to 088. So, we can add the number of children after 088. So, the complete number 741.5 is the number for cartoons in the main schedule. Then we attach 088 and then number for children is 054. So, similar we have complete number is 741.5088054. Another example where we use 088, we can see this title, color photography by journalists. Color photography by journalists is the title of a document. When we analyze this title, we find that basic subject is color photography. We find the number of color photography from the schedules, that is 778.6. Now, we have to, journalist is a group of persons. So, we find the number in table 7 for journalists, persons occupied with publishing and journalism 097. But under color photography, we do not find any instruction to add the number from table 7. So, again we have to add 088 from table 1 first, and then after this we can add the number of table 7 as per instructions. So, the complete number of this title becomes 778.6 plus 088 plus 097 for journalists. So, complete number will be 778.60888097 will be the complete number of this title, color photography by journalists. So, we have seen some examples where no instruction was given to add or attach table 7 number, but we use the standard subdivision 088 to then we attached, after 088 we attached the number of table 7. Then we take one example where we have used standard subdivision 024 to attach the table 7 number. Mathematics for engineers. Here we analyze the title, we find the basic subject is mathematics. So, we find the number of mathematics from the schedules 510. Then for subject, for any specific subject, for a specific for a subject for a specific class of persons, for we have got some standard subdivision 024. 024 is works for specific types of persons. So, after 024 there is an instruction to add persons notation from table 7 to 024. For when a subject is for a specific class of persons, then we attach 024 and then after that we table 7 number is attached. So, here 510 plus 024 plus 62 for engineers, persons occupied with engineering, that is engineers, we find from table 7, and we complete number will be 510.2462. So, here we have used the number standard subdivision table from 0 to 4. So, for a specific class of persons, works for a specific class of persons. Now, one thing, in some complex subjects, 2 or more subdivisions of table 7 are available. So, in case when 2 or more concepts of table 7 are given in the complex subject, what do we do? In such cases, we have to attach only one, and that which concept is to be attached, the number of which comes last in the sequence of table 7. So, for example, ceramic arts by gifted male children. Here gifted persons, males and children, these are 3 different groups and we find different numbers. For example, for gifted persons 0829, for male persons 041, and for children 054. We get 3 different numbers for different types of persons, groups of persons. Now, we will attach only one, and that is the one which comes last in the sequence of table 7. And out of these 3, we find that the 0829 for gifted persons is the number which comes last in the sequence of out of these 3, 041, 054. We will keep it under 0829. So, we will class this under 0829. The number for ceramic arts basic subject numbers is 738. There is no instruction to attach table 7 under 738. So, what do? We first attach 088 from table 1, and then we attach the number of gifted persons 0829 to it, and we ignore the other 2, that is male, children. We just attach or add the number of gifted persons, that is 0829 from table 7. So, complete number of this title will be 738 plus 088 plus 0829. So, we can the complete number will be 738.0880829. Now, we come to the conclusion of this discussion. We have seen that table 7 has numbers for groups, various groups of persons based on some non-occupational characteristics such as age, sex, social and economic status, etc., and also some groups of persons related to various occupations or professions, etc. So, there are 2 types of groups of persons. So, secondly, like any other table, the numbers of table 7 also cannot be used alone, they can only be attached or added to the basic subject numbers in the schedules, given in the schedules. Thirdly, these numbers of table 7 are attached to the basic subject number of the schedules. Firstly, when instruction is given, we attach the number of table 7 directly to the basic subject number of the schedule. When we do not find any instruction to attach these numbers of table 7, then what do? We make use of the standard subdivisions 088 or 024, then we attach the number of table 7 as per requirement. Table 7 numbers can be used both ways. If on instruction, we attach directly. If no instruction is given, then we attach 088 or 024 and then attach the table 7 number as per our requirement. And lastly, the complex subjects which have more than one concepts of table 7, in such cases we just select the number which is coming in last in the sequence of these the numbers given in the table 7. So, the number coming later in the sequence will be used and the other numbers will be ignored. So, that is the how we make use of table 7 in classifying the documents in DDC, Dewey Decimal Scheme of Classification, in the 90th edition. Thank you very much.